All right, everyone. Welcome to the very first show. Oh, I forgot to turn my volume down. All right. Well, we have the International Series debuting right here, right now. You guys are all excited. And let's get into the lineup right away. All right, now the lineup for this tour is uh Gravedigger with Charlie Potkin, El Toro Loco Yellow with Chelsea Van Cleve, Blue Thunder with Brandon Arthur, Thunderoris with Colt Stevens, Earthshaker with Peter Nyman, Scooby Doo with MJ Solorio, NEA Police with Joe Dennis, and Doomsday with an unknown driver. I forgot I have this on in the background. Whoops. Alright, everyone. Well, let's get this started right now. Alright, whatever, Aiden. It's not my birthday, though. Alright, let me get a timer ready. The drivers will be going around the course that I would preview, but we're trying to save as much time. The show started 30 minutes later than it was scheduled to due to the rain, which will also mean freestyle will only be a minute 30 seconds, and skills will only be one move. So let's get started right away, though. Alright, Charlie Potkin, Gravedigger starting us off. He's a veteran and he knows how to handle the mud. He's an awesome choice to be the first one out. And Charlie Potkin going over the finish line. Alright. Actually, don't get your scores in because there are no scores. But there is a time, and the time is a 29.58. Alright, let me write that down. Alright. 29.58. Alright. Alright, sorry. Let me get our next driver out to the track. Did I say New Earth Authority with Joe Dennis? I don't know if I said that, but Joe Dennis will be driving New Earth Authority here. Alright, as we're getting our next driver to the track. Alright, everyone. Now, next up we have MJ Solorio driving Scooby-Doo. Let's see what he can do. Alright, getting a very lucky bounce off the very start. Which is going to cause him to turn a little bit. MJ usually drives in arenas, but you have to call up, and this will be Scooby-Doo's final ever tour, because he wants to put a very good end to a legendary truck career. Alright, getting a nice little stop wheelie. Or slap wheelie. Alright. Now everyone, the time for MJ Solar Rio, though, is a 30.93. Alright. We're gonna get that score locked in. Or time locked in. There it is. A 30.93. Alright. As we get our next driver out to the track. Now, the top 2 drivers from this tour will be going to the World Finals. Also, someone asked about how the World Finals lineup will work, and I said it wrong. It was during the first stream. So, only 10 spots, or 11 spots will be left after we have all of our drivers. Because there will be 13 spots taken up. So, I will decide 5 of the spots. You guys will decide the 5 more spots, and then there will be a last chance to qualify. But next up, we have the 2023 World Finals Freestyle Champion, Colt Stevens. Let's get ready. Alright, Colt Stevens is going to try his absolute best. Alright, Colt with a not so terrible run. In 2022, he was racing here. Alright, getting a lap wheelie after his run. Alright, now this is a very close time, I will say. The time, though, for Colt Stevens and Thunder Roars is a 29.92. That will just barely put him in second place. As we get your next driver out to the track. I have some goldfish. Aiden, it's not rigged. Next up, we have my favorite driver ever, Chelsea Van Cleve and El Toro Loco, Yellow. Let's see what she can do. Now, she is going to probably not win racing. She is known as much more of a freestyler. But really, she's rather new to the sport, so she's probably not going to be the best. Alright, everyone, we'll get your scores. Or not your scores. Now, everyone, I do believe Alright, everyone, Chelsea Van Cleve will tie with MJ Solario. Alright. Do you guys? Alright. My favorite sport that's not a motorsport is cricket. Alright. Aiden, you have so much power. Maybe if more people join the stream live, they have more power. Alright, because you guys are about to decide who gets a higher place with between Chelsea and Clayton. We are going to have to restage our next driver. Here that starting has gotten off a bit wonky. Next up, we have Brandon Arthur, Blue Thunder. He is known for being a racer. Brandon Arthur bringing back Blue Thunder. Ooh, he's gonna spin out in these very first turns, flipping the pod. And on a track that's muddy as this, you really cannot afford to make any mistakes. It's already gonna be a slow time, but since he did that, he has a very good shot at getting last place. Only thing worse he could do is just, fall over or get a 5-second penalty. Actually, a 5-second penalty would probably have taken less time off than that. Getting a slap wheel, he's gonna walk it. Oh, trying to get a save, and he just couldn't. Now, that will be last place, as you guys could probably tell. Aiden, if you don't decide, Chelsea's getting higher. Actually, you know what? We just say that. Actually, remove. We're gonna remove it. Chelsea, we're making her go higher, because Chelsea's better. I mean, she's not. Sorry, Chelsea, I love you. Not in a weird way, guys. But, yeah, so she is the nicest driver I've ever met. And I think we're going to just let her get the points. Also, because I don't think she's going to get a higher score. Alright. We're getting our next driver out to the track. We only have 3 left. Alright. You don't know what cricket is, Aiden? It's a sport that's really big in literally every country other than the US. So far, Charlie Pocken has been holding on to the lead this entire time, but Peter Nyman, the Swedish guy, is going to try and take the lead away. He is known for being a racer. Won a Swedish monster, or not a Swedish, a European monster truck tour in 2023, I believe it was. Actually, it was 2023. And that tour was really only racing. Peter Nyman, though, going to spin out just a little bit there. Going out of bounds, but we will not penalize him for that because it's already enough penalty. Oh, falling on the lid, a very tough crash. Now, this does mean, though, he will get second to last only. Not dead last. Romeo, you are not too late. Do not worry. Romeo, all that you have missed is Charlie Pocken is currently leading. That's really it. You also missed the lineup, what I said it was. Hasn't changed since I first announced it, I don't think. I think the only thing that changed was Hutchinson, Kansas was supposed to be on the schedule. That's the only thing that changed from the very first video to now. Alright, now everyone, next up we have 2 monster trucks that are complete enemies of each other. But they are still going to have an awesome time. Everyone, we are bringing back the truck that is not driven since 2016. It is NEA Police. This is Joe Dennis. Let's see what he can do. Joe Dennis, known for being a freestyler mainly. Alright, Joe Dennis is going to take the turns nice and just really doing sort of a Chelsea Van Cleve approach. Where, you know, try and get a decent time. He will get a bit of a slower time, though, with a 31.16. 31.16 is your time for NEA Police, though. Now, everyone, that means that we only have one more driver. King Na Hooman. Hooman will you belong to your local spirit if it opens tomorrow? Aiden, no, I will not. I don't even know if there's a spirit Halloween near me. I have absolutely no clue. Alright, everyone. Now, next up, we have Doomsday. Get out those Stark air raid sirens. Now, I am the only person in the entire world who knows who is driving this truck. Alright? Now, I promise I will keep it as accurate to their actual driving. So let's see what they can do. Alright, now, starting off, going rather fast. They are definitely taking a... This actually could take the lead. Alright, everyone, a very good time. Now your time for the driver in Doomsday is a 28.34. Give it up for the driver behind the truck. Alright, they're going for a stoppie. Alright, everyone, give it up for the driver behind. Romeo, I'm already in school, but yeah. Alright, everyone, we'll get loud. Doomsday on its lid. Alright, we're gonna count up our scores. You guys can do whatever you need to currently. 8, 7. Alright. Alright, everyone. Now we are going to be setting our drivers up for their next competition. Alright. We have our next driver ready. Now, everyone remember, since there was so much mud, this event got delayed by 30 minutes. So much rain, and it still is. But that does mean that we will have only one move in the skills competition. So let's see what Brandon Arthur chooses to be his only move in the skills competition. Going up on the little step up. Alright. Getting a nice little stoppie. Again, this is his only move. Alright. Brandon Arthur. That is his move. Get your scores locked in. Currently, there is no score to beat. While our next driver is pulling up to the track. I don't know what doesn't make sense, Romeo. You can tell me. Oh, if it's something that Aiden said, I probably can, actually. $7.173. Alright, there you are, Romeo. 2, 3. Alright, everyone. The score for Blue Thunder is a 7.596. That is your score. I do not know when, Aiden. Now, next up, though, we have Earthshaker. Alright, Peter Nyman. Looks like he's lining up to do a slap wheelie. Alright, these conditions are pretty muddy, so a slap wheelie is a very safe option. Oh, a very tall slap wheelie. And now he's turned it. Alright, everyone. Gets your scores in. I'm not in the Hershey movie. I've never even heard of the Hershey movie. Alright. We're getting our next driver out to the track. 7.596 is your score to beat. $5.732 plus 6.102. Alright, and your score for Peter Nyman in Earthshaker is a 6.706. That'll put him in second place currently. Alright, everyone. Currently leading, though, I will remind you, Brandon Arthur, who had a very good moonwalk, walked it back, walked it forward, and all in the mud. But next up we have Joe Dennis, NEA Police. Let's see what he's gonna do. NEA Police, a very beloved truck by many fans. So happy to be here. Aiden, who is the... Are you talking about me? Alright, getting a very nice wheelie, walking it across the track. Alright, get your scores in. Okay. Okay, Romeo, you shall be called Ivan. I need to go for a quick minute. I'm going to get myself a cup of water. But get your scores in. I got my water. Oh, you didn't see the attempt. I'm sorry. 5.381. All right, and the score for Joe Dennis is a 6.132. .132 is again the score for Joe Dennis. All right. All right. We are getting our next driver to the track. I now have my water. All right, everyone. Next up, we have MJ Solario, Scooby-Doo. Let's see what MJ can do. Aiden, what are you on about? Alright. Don't think that was his actual... You just... Alright, looks like he is lining up for the jump, though. Don't know what that was. Getting a... Oh... Alright, well everyone give it up for MJ Solario, Scooby-Doo. Alright. Did you just give that a 0? Alright, 0.000 plus 50. Alright, everyone, now that means the score for MJ Solario is a 2.0, 2.056. Also, hello, RDN. We are about to have another truck come up to the track. And RDN, you came at the perfect time because Chelsea Van Cleve and El Toro Loco Yellow is up for her two-wheel skills attempt. She will only get one move, mainly saying this for RDN Gaming. Because of the rain, he's going to make it count. Oh, a very nice wheelie. Gonna fall backwards, though, onto her lid. Get your scores in chat. Aiden, what are you on about? Alright. .455 divided by... Alright, everyone, and your score for Chelsea Van Cleve and El Toro Loco is a 5.6 5.649 is again the score for Chelsea Van Cleve and El Toro Loco. Alright, now next up, Brooke Pag is a Buddhist friend, I'd say. She just gives off that energy. She's just so nice. I've never met her, but she is I would bet all my money she is one of the nicest drivers. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have Colt Stevens and Thunder Roris. Let's see what he can do. Colt Stevens is a very good driver. Alright, let's see what he can do. And he's going for a sky wheelie. Getting a huge one. He's gonna get a... Oh, and saving it. Give it up for Colt Stevens and Thunder Roris. An awesome run. A very good move, I will say. .631. 8.364 plus 8.200. Alright, everyone, and your score for Colt Stevens and Thunder Roris is an 8.449. What in the world? That does mean he is your new leader. Alright, 8.449. Colt Stevens has finally dethroned Brandon Arthur, who has been sitting since the very start of the competition. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have Charlie Pocket and Gravedigger. Charlie. It's a muddy night out here, and Charlie, I think, is going for a slap wheelie. And we have not seen a slap wheelie off of this specific round. A very good... Oh, he's about to hit the backflip ramp. Can he save it? No, he cannot. Get your scores in. All right, we have our final driver coming out to the track. All right. All right, RDN, you have to get your score in, and then we will have our score. RDN, are you there? RDN! 0.000 divided by 2. Oh, RDN, you got it. Final cutoff. I was about to not count your score. 5.600 divided by 3. All right. And your score is a 5.565 for Charlie Pumpkin. All right, everyone, now we have our very final driver, Doomsday. He won racing. Currently, though, Thunder Aura slated to win skills. So Doomsday can double down, but not with a move like that. Oh, can he save it? All right, they saved it. All right, get your score locked in. All right, everyone, and your score is a 6.553. That means that your two-wheel skills winner is Thunderoris. Okay. Congratulations. Now that does mean, though, we have 0.000. And our freestyle track is being set up as we speak. You guys may go and get water, though. All right. Four. Three. Two. And one. What in the world happened? Everyone, it's good if you missed a bit. We don't really care. You have not missed freestyle, which is really all that matters. Nice. All right, everyone. Next, that means starting off freestyle, we have MJ Solar Rio. MJ Solar Rio. He's ready to start off freestyle. You guys can't. Oh, you guys can't see me. All right, everyone. All right, everyone. We have a minute 30 on the clock. MJ Colorio starting out with a very consistent nice little slap wheelie right now. Getting a very good wheelie. That is correct, Ivan. Alright. MJ trying to not get to jump square or sideways and fall over. He's taking the leash off the puppy. He's gonna go wild, I'm sure. 35 seconds left on the clock and some huge air. Alright, MJ Solo Rio lining up for the backflip. Alright, getting a very clean backflip. Alright, so far a very good run. Alright, and time is up. Final move. Getting a slap wheelie across the track and into the backflip. Get your scores locked in. Alright. Just gonna wait for RDN Gaming's score to come in. Oh, we said be right back. Gonna null my... And you said null my score for a bit. Alright, we can do that. And your score for MJ Solo Rio is a 7.822. Alright. I just got a spam text. We're gonna delete and report junk. Alright, everyone. Now, next up, though, we have Joe Dennis in the NEA Police. Let's see what he can do. Now, it's a very cool looking truck. Oh, a nice slap wheelie right then. Alright. So far, a fairly decent run. So, sort of hitting everything with enough speed. Going to the far side of the track. Nice wheelie. Alright, 50 seconds left on the clock. Alright. This is actually going very well for NEA. Hello, Yoshi Games and Plays. Oh, and he's going over! Can he save it? Yes, he can! Joe Dennis with a very nice save right there. And 2-1, he's gonna get his donut in. Final move. Alright, get your scores locked in. Alright, score to beat a 7.822. Let's see if Joe Dennis can do that. You guys are going to decide who goes out next for freestyle. Alright. 7.694. Ooh, Romeo or Ivan with a bit of a different thought. We're only going to get 2. Alright, we only have 2 people. Get your score in, please. Revivin'. Revivin'. Alright, thank you. 7.585. The moment I finished the song, it got in. You're cool. And the score is a 7.720. Alright. That is his score. Now next up we have Blue Thunder. Let's go Aiden because he said it first. Alright. A very nice slap wheelie. Can he save it though? No! Brandon Arthur on the lid. Alright, you guys can still get your scores in though. We are not going to say that's a DQ just because I don't really feel like it. We're not doing DQs. We're not even doing penalties. You guys could all give that a 10. But do not, because if you give it a 10, I will actually not count your score. Alright. And your score for, Alright, your score is a, let me get the score in, actually. A 0.5005. Or a 0.501. Alright, well that is interesting. Alright, now everyone, next up we have Peter Nyman and Earthshaker. What Peter can do. Peter Nyman, known for his driving, in racing, but he has his very first competition. Actually, no, not his very first. He has won a freestyle before. It was, I want to say Poland in 2018. Alright. Earthshaker, though. Driving on the same track that he won it in back then, and he's almost going over. Really? Oh, almost going over then. 50 seconds left, a little less than. Right. Twenty seconds left, and he's going for these backflips. Gonna back out of it. A short walk the plank right there. Getting a wheelie, and he's going. Peter Nyman saving it. And that is time. What in the world just happened? Peter Nyman, I think, just won. Alright, you guys can get your scores in while we get our next driver out to the track. Alright. Alright, and your score for Peter Nyman is a 9.497. Give it up for Peter Nyman. Alright, we are going to get our next driver out to the track. Peter Nyman, though, he is looking to take the lead. Or take the win, even. An insane crash. I did not think he would even pull off. Now, everyone next up, though, we have Chelsea Van Cleve. Let's see how quick he can go. Gonna start off with a very interesting jump. Very slight little slap wheelie off the bit. Alright. I do not agree with that, Hayden. Romeo is good, and we love him. Also known as Ivan. Alright. A bit more than 50 seconds left. Comment, guys, how you feel about us bringing the yellow El Toro back. We also have the black Toro for Armando and the regular Toro for Fernando. Comment how you feel about that. Alright. Romeo taunting Aiden. I'm a better judge. I'm the best judge there ever was. I am the best. My judging is so good. Some people say it's the best. I don't say it is, of course. That's my impression of you know who. Alright, 2 seconds left. Oh my, huge air to end out the run, going over almost. All right. Get your scores locked in. All right. We're going to get our next driver out to the track. Aiden, that is not how your job is supposed to work. 6.742 plus 7.000. Alright, and your score is a 7.174. Alright, now everyone, we only have 2 drivers left. Oh no, we have 3 drivers left. We next up have Charlie Pocket and Gravedigger. So guys, who wants to see the Chucky dance? Who wants to see it? Alright, well if he wins, you'll get to see it. Alright everyone, it is Charlie Pocket. Wasting no time, coming straight out. Huge air. Charlie Pocket. Like I didn't have a good day in skills. So I'm gonna go insanely big in freestyle. And I think he is going to have a very good run. Peter Nyman, though, he got very lucky. He hit some jumps crooked, which I don't think he actually wanted to, but it worked in his favor. Now leading freestyle with a very good score. All right, and Charlie Pocket sending it in reverse. He drove when Dan Evans was around, and now he's copying him. All right. All right, Charlie Pocket, I think we all know what he's going for. Let's see what he can do. A very fast rotation, I will say. And I don't think he seems to care now. Breaking the rear... Wait, did he not break the rear end? These trucks are indestructible. That is like the 6th time I've thought a truck broke on one of these shows. And it didn't. And he didn't even break there. Oh, yes, he did break there. Alright, well, time is up. We're going to let him do this donut, though. Alright, get your scores locked in. A very good run. Best current Gravedigger driver is Weston Anderson. That's not even a question. He is the best driver in the entire sport. Charlie Pocket, though, with a huge crash. Very good run, though. Right, we're getting our next driver pulled up to the line. Hmm. 9.188. Peter Nyman, remember, he had that awesome, almost front flip. But Charlie Pocket had better momentum. Very fast backflip. And yeah. Aiden, are you going to score, Aiden? Aiden, if you don't score, then Ivan's score goes in. Slash Romeo. And, yeah. I think you wanna score it. Aiden, are you gonna... Alright, Aiden, looks like you're not scoring. I see how it is. Alright, and the score for... one second. Charlie Pocken, Engrave Digger, is a 9.394. Now put Charlie Pocken just barely in second. Now, everyone, next up we have our racing winner, Doomsday. Let's see what she or they can do. Behind the wheel. Right. Oh, gonna hit their first jump a bit more crooked than I think that they would have liked. One Racing did okay in skills, but really did not have too good of a time. The other very good save, though. Say that much. Did Aiden die? Alright, everyone. 50 seconds are left on the clock. Oh, wait. Aiden did score. Did he? No, he didn't. No, Aiden did not score. I was like, did my cat break again? Alright, well, so far this is a very good run. A nice, really... yeah. Alright, it's Stoppy. Five, four, three. You know, we're gonna let him have it. We'll let him get the backflip. Alright, now that is how you end a freestyle. Alright, everyone, get your scores in. Right, 8.3. You know, we'll give you a chance to score again. I'm feeling generous. Alright, Aiden I have officially deemed is not here, which means your score for Doomsday is an 8.191. That will not put him in the lead. Now, our final driver is a world champion. Our current leader is not a world champion, and he has never been to a world finals, but he is going to try and change that this year. We have Colt Stevens and Thunder Aura. Get loud, though, if you think Peter Nyman's going to win. Alright, and get loud if you think Colt Stevens is going to win. Let's find out. Huge air. That is how you start off a freestyle, even getting a little slap wheelie off of it. Getting a slap wheelie. This is where Peter Nyman got his little, almost front flip like thing. Oh, Colt Stevens is over. Can he save it? Oh, he's gonna try. No, I don't think. Colt Colt is not giving up. Oh. What in the world? I was not expecting that. Colt Steven, it just went absolutely crazy. Our officials literally shut him off and he somehow saved it from that. Alright, a backflip that's very under-rotated, but, I mean, it worked. Saving it, another save. This is an awesome freestyle run. Alright, everyone, we're gonna let him get one final move. Colt Keenan's our two-wheel skills winner. It looks like he's going for a two-wheel skills move, and he's gonna fall over. Now get your scores in. Alright, pulling Thunder Roar up. And then we're getting out our Encore. Alright, get your score in. Scores. Romeo, are you here? Alright, flat 8. We have our Encore chuck ready to freestyle. Alright, flat 8. Alright, that means you're... Oh, Aiden, you missed the final freestyle. Speaking of which, the score for Thunder Roars is an 8.500, which means that your freestyle winner is Peter Nyman in Earthshaker. Alright, everyone. Now, everyone, as you can see, it's been a muddy night. But we have the Rain-X Eliminator. Alright. We have Blake Granger driving this. Let's see what Blake can do. Blake also driving Max D on the US Series Blue. Getting a... Alright, Aiden, your score doesn't count, you didn't see it. Huge sky wheelie. This chat, oh, what in the world was that? Certainly an interesting move. Goes for a backflip. Getting it off the plane. Very fitting considering the weather. And he's gonna end on the lid. Just joking, we are gonna put him back on all 4 tires. Alright, everyone, now we have him back on all 4 BKTs. They're not even BKTs, but who cares? Alright, he's gonna go for one more backflip. Alright. Will everyone give it up for him? I don't know. Alright, looks like he's going for another, actually. Oh, tried for a corkscrew. Could not get it. Alright, stream ending. Alright, well, everyone, I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun. Wait a second. What's... Alright. Well, I'm gonna go. Tomorrow we have Arena Series Blue making its debut. Alright, I hope you all